Hey, fourth grade, Mrs. Constantine here. Want to review comparing fractions? That is going to be on your test tomorrow. So when you have fractions, two fractions that you have to tell which one's greater than, less than, or equal to the other. So I'm going to show you how Mrs. Hallahan likes to do it. And then at the end, if you stay tuned and watch all this, I'm going to show you how a real quick, easy, lickety-split way that I like to do it. So stay tuned for that, but don't tell Mrs. Hallahan. All right, so comparing 6/8 to 2/4. If you have number sense, great number sense, you should be able to tell, okay? You know that that's half. This is more than half, so you should know what the answer is going to be. But if you don't have that number sense just yet, you will eventually. First thing you're going to do is ask yourself, does the smaller denominator go into the larger denominator? So does 4 go into 8? And the answer is yes. So if the answer is yes, you're going to use 8 as your common denominator. So the only one that I'm going to rename, because it doesn't have 8 as a denominator, is 2/4. So I'm going to make this my denominator an 8. So what did I do to the 4 to get 8? I multiplied by 2. So whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. So 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So now we have 6/8 and 4/8. So obviously 6/8 is bigger than 4/8. Okay, that's one strategy. If the smaller number goes into the larger number, use the larger denominator as your common denominator, and then rename them, the one that doesn't have that as a denominator, and then compare your fractions. Okay, let's look at this one. 4/6 and 6/7. Okay, does 6 go into 7? I hope you're going to say no, because it doesn't. So if it does not, what we have to do is list the multiples of 6 and the multiples of 7 to find our common multiple, our least common multiple, I should say. So 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, 6 times 6, 6 times 7, and 6 times 8 is 48. Okay, now I'm going to list the multiples of 7. 7 times 1, 7 times 2, 7 times 3, 7 times 4, 7 times 5, 7 times 6, and 7 times 7. Okay, now I'll compare these and find what is the smallest one that it has in common. And the only one that it has in common is 42. So 42 is going to be my denominator that I use to compare these. So I'm going to rename 6/7 and 4/6 using 42 as the denominator. Again, what did I do to 7 to get 42? I times it by 6. Whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. So I'm going to times 6 times 6 is 36. What did I do to 6 to get 42? It's times by 7. So 4 times 7 is 28. So I have 28 over 42 and 36 over 42. So 4/6 is less than 6/7. Okay. Okay, so that is the way that Mrs. Hallahan likes you to do it. Okay, now I'm going to show you a really quick fix that I don't want you to tell Mrs. Hallahan about. Okay, so I'm going to erase all this here. Go back to my original. We already know what the answer is, but I'm just going to show you a quicker, easier way to do these. Okay, so let's start, can't even talk, with the top one again. Okay, 6/8 and 2/4. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cross multiply. And you always start with the bottom denominator. Okay, so I'm going to cross multiply this way. Okay, so I'm going to go 8 times 2, and I'm going to put it up there. And I'm going to get 16. And then I'm going to cross multiply this way. 4 times 6 is 24. So 24 is greater than 16. Therefore, I know that 6/8 is greater than 2/4. All I did was cross multiply. Start at the bottom, go up, put it there. Start at this bottom, go the opposite or crossways, and you get 24. Let's see if it works with this one. 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 4 is 28. Okay, which happened to be our top denominators of the last one. So we know that 4/6 is less than 6/7. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try 5/11 and 6/12. Okay, again, we're going to cross multiply. Let me use a different color. 6 times 6 is 11 times 6 is 66. 12 times 5 is 60. So I know that 5/11 is less than 6/12. Okay? And that's the cross multiplying way. And I don't want you to tell Mrs. Hallahan about it, so don't be big mouths and go and telling her. Okay, all right, good luck on your test tomorrow. Please watch this video. I'm still a little salty that my video on the one that I made earlier this week, only 8 people watched it. Please watch my videos. Thanks, guys. Miss ya. Have fun.